Right, hello. Just testing Twitch, YouTube. I'm not sure if it actually collection up. There we go. YouTube. Twitch to capture. There we go. Some chat box. Right. Okay, it's all from. Okay, let's start this then. Right. So, following on from yesterday, we're continuing to do the season 16. So, Diablo 3 season 16. I've never done any seasonal stuff before. Yesterday was the first time for part 1. I'm up to level 10 now. I'm going to continue my progression. Right. Now, thanks to someone on the stream yesterday, they noticed that I had a weird echo, which seemed to happen when I started my second stream. Now, what I've kind of discovered is if I do one stream, stop, and then start another one shortly afterwards, they just like change the title and just click, stream, go. I get an echo, a really horrible one, and almost unfixable. Now, what I ended up having to do was close the stream, stop it. I had to stop and unload Streamlabs OBS. Doing that fixed it, and all of a sudden it was working. Right. I basically stopped it, started it again. Fine. All good. Right, let's do this. Oh, cool. Drawing straight away. I love the soundtrack for this game.
That creature must die.
What creature? Ah, it was on behind the wall. The main difference that I seem to be finding between playing this normally and the season is whenever I do come across packs of like the glowing yellow or glowing blue creatures, demons, is that there are more of them. I get 1 or 2 groups or 3 groups instead of like 1. I seem to have a slight bit of lag. Whoa, that's a lot. Right, we're going to get there. Let's have a quick look. Oh, hang on, it's still coming. A helmet, 2 helmets, and a sight which I can't use. We'll change some skills. I thought I'd already done that one. Sleep attack, blazing. I need to change it to slash next. I thought I'd already used this one. Oh wow. That's a nice little ability, that.
Maintain your incantations. He will soon turn. He's weak. I am free. Now, back to my mission.
Who are you?
You will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well. Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I have questions for the Skeleton King.
As do I.
Questions. Questions for Skeleton King, which can only be answered with shield and a weapon.
Down this way. There am He's free! I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason we should hunt alone.
Very well.
Okay. Ah.
Creature must die.
Magic bars our way. But the will of a Templar is stronger. You were a Templar, John Dar. How could you succumb to this covenant?
The covenant is my brotherhood now, Cormac. The powers we serve will soon rule this world! Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the Coven's evil magic.
Betrayal can never be forgiven. Thank you for your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the Skeleton King. But there is one condition. If we find the sacred tomes of my order, they are mine.
If these tomes are not the key to redeeming the Zakarum faith, then they are indeed yours.
Then onwards we go, to fight the Skeleton King. It is good to fight with you again. I would have chosen the same.
Unless that hits or are hit by the Templar are slowed.
A useful skill.
Life regen.
How are criminals treated in your land?
Crusaders have no land. We are united by an idea rather than a code of laws.
I won't ask what happens to those who betray that idea.
That's probably best.
They get killed, obviously.
Make your peace.
Oh!
Quickly.
Legendary! Chest. Well, it has to be identified first. That's awesome. 36 regeneration a second. That's good.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement and sent us off to die.
Like chaff before the wind.
Prepare for a long fight!
Good so far. There seems to be certainly a lot more mobs, beams, so on and so forth, a lot more. We'll change that ability now. Okay, for slash, electrify. Left hand, what's that? Something with this hammer that spins around you, dealing lots of damage. Basically. That's probably an ability. I'll stick with that. And stick with that. For the time being. Okay, change that. Spoke. Nothing new. Oh. That's an improvement. We'll see how I get on. Oh wow. I'm off in a string piece, there we go. Damn. Here we go, look. How many? Well... Bloody hell. Quite a few there. Some of these things almost do one hit it.
When we returned from our horrific defeat in Westmarch, my beloved king lost all pretense of sanity. He seethed with rage, spitting curses upon us as traitors. With great sorrow, I ran him through.
So that was basically just a dead end.
I tried to count how many we've killed, but I've lost track.
There we go. I'm a little bit confused. Tell you what, it'd be good if you could actually get a map of the dungeon. That was the entrance, wasn't it? At the start. Ugh. They pretty much just loop around. Oh, I know where I'm going.
Keep your distance from him. This burden is mine to bear. May death bring peace from your madness, Leonic.
Traitors! Even in death, the armies of Condorus will still obey their king, even if you will not.
Yeah, pretty much you just cursed everyone.
We have just arrived in Tristram, and I must say, I'm a bit dismayed. This place is a backwater filled with serfs and an ancient broken-down monastery. Hardly fit for the King of Condorus. I cannot... You dare to bring the warmth of life into my tomb?
We shall put you down, Hellspawn!
Oh, do we go around? Forgetting that bit. Okay, I'm just gonna have any of that.
Pallid malaise has fallen over the manor we now call home. Young Albrecht seems to be enjoying himself in our new home, however. Perhaps I am simply suffering from an imbalance of humors. You will never defeat me!
You were defeated the moment you surrendered to madness.
Come on, time to kick you this. Oh, the buff's still up.
High priests in Kurast proclaimed Leoric King of Condorus many years ago. He ruled well until Diablo's influence drove him mad, and the loyal knight Lac Danan was forced to slay him. Afterward, Diablo himself raised Leoric from the dead as the Skeleton King, until the monarch's son, Aiden, vanquished him.
Probably better getting that. No, it wouldn't go.
The crater at last. The falling star was a man. Interesting.
I remember falling.
Through several floors at least.
I am not your enemy. I think. Yes, I believe I have come with a warning. The darkness. The darkness is coming. I must. I don't remember.
Be calm and come with me.
Oh, this was a graphic glitch then.
The fallen star was a man.
Oh, quite a few nice bits of gear this season stuff.
I begin to wonder if his fall is related to my crusade. I will take him to the old scholar. He may know. Cain, meet the falling star.
No man could survive such a thing. Who are you? What are you?
A warrior, I think. I came bearing grave news, but I cannot remember.
Your message might be all that can save us from impending doom.
Oh. That's another item there. Oh wow. That was great.
Tell me everything you remember, stranger. Every detail.
Falling. Fire. A sword of great power. It was part of me. But it shattered into 3 pieces as I fell.
It is vital that we find those pieces. I believe the sword made whole will restore your memory.
The goatmen are rampaging through the fields. Could the sword have anything to do with that?
Of course, of course. Just as the dead rose around the stranger, the sword pieces drove the goatmen to madness.
All goatmen are mad. They don't need a sword for that. But I will search their fields.
The Horodrim were powerful.
This is a mad anyway.
Gathered together by the Archangel Tyrael to defeat the 3 prime evils, Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal. They devoted themselves fully to the destruction of the demon lords and left behind valuable tomes and teachings.
How did you become the last of them?
My ancestor was the leader of the Horodrim, Jared Cain. When the Horodrim died out, their tomes stayed in my family. I was thrilled by tales of the Horodrim as a little boy, but it wasn't until I returned to them as an adult that I realized they contained deeper truths.
Do you remember anything besides falling?
Only that there were surges of light and a kind of pain.
So, nothing then.
The emptiness gnaws at me. It is a constant frustration.
You have nothing to believe in. The sword will help.
Tyrael is the angel of justice. He has been helping mankind.
That's it, the stranger, Tyrael.
He is forbidden to do so in any direct manner. Long ago, the high heavens and the burning hells made a pact as a result of the Sin War that they would not interfere in our world.
The demons broke this pact, yet Tyrael did nothing.
The Angiris Council, the archangels that lead heaven, almost destroyed our world once to keep the demons from spreading their corruption upon it. If Tyrael were to act directly, it would alert the Council to the demon's activities here and imperil us all.
Basically, if he interferes, we're screwed. Right. So, as usual. As usual. No. Oh! Might be worth making. No. 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 Yes. Yes. No. Let's do it. Cool. Shield. Huh. Both nice items. So, shield and the pants.
I like you. You know the true quality of my wares, unlike some people. Did you see that stranger next to old Cain? I was listening to him talk.
Do not question the path you are on. It will lead you through things that will try your very soul. But you'll always have me to talk to.
I am glad to hear it.
You pretend you are a rock, but I know the softness you don't want anyone to see. Why else would you continue to come and talk to Miriam?
Yeah, okay. Dies. New chances.
The attacks may be slowing down, but this town is done, and you know it. If we leave together, we might make it to Autumn.
I don't like what's going on around here.
Hey, sure, I may do business with some unsavory types, but I pass the savings on to you.
Right. What's this screen? Intelligence, that's not good. That's good. Just one experience. Yeah. That's probably good for about now. Does intelligence actually do anything for this character? Right. No, it doesn't. Okay, so 2 rings the same. Okay. I'll actually sell this one. I can sell it. Okay. Oh, the jewel's not unlocked until Caribbean, is it? Ah, remember.
Tell me about your order. Are you born into it?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
You were a weed?
A criminal. The Order took me in and saved my life. More than that, very soul.
The large, sluggish beasts can thrive in any grassland or forest, provided there is enough water. Farmers will recognize these brutes as the savage cousins of the common pack beast, a tame breed that was likely domesticated nearly 2,000 years ago. One can hardly imagine the trouble that effort must have taken.
I was able to trace some carrion bats back to one of their nests. What I found shocked me. The nest itself is a living organism, a mature bat that has been mutated by the darkest of magics. I no longer doubt that demonic forces have corrupted these creatures.
I have heard the most ridiculous tales about travelers being ambushed by vicious trees. It is too much. Despite their names, the wood wraiths are not plants, but fully mobile beasts who have taken on the guise of foliage to ensnare their prey. Only a simpleton could be fooled by such a trick.
Yes, hammer. See how that goes. Oh! Ranged attack. Cool.
The sword piece is near.
Oh. Interesting.
A chance for glory. Some time ago, I revealed that the Khazra, or goatmen, were originally humans until the Vizieri corrupted them. For many years, these creatures were simple and lethargic. These days have ended. Khazra attacks are widely reported, and the number of fatalities is higher than anything in my records.
Kill her!
A dark coven has...
We must hurry with the ritual. Magda will be here soon. It's time.
Sword blows. Perhaps the goatmen truly were driven mad.
Who are you to take what is mine?
I'm a crusader.
Regardless, I have claimed it. I am Magda, and I lead this coven. The shard is mine.
I disagree.
Very well. Let the games begin. Well fought, but you will never possess the next piece. It has fallen where only the ancients may tread.
She is more devious than she appears.
Devious than she appears. Yeah. Can be said for pretty much every bad guy or nemesis or whatever in any game. Yeah. Well, apart from anything you've encountered before, hey, what's that? That's quite a nice attack, to be honest. It jumps between enemies. Three hammers. Oh, just as many hammers as I want, basically. Just depends on how much Wrath we've got. More Wrath, more hammers. They obviously level a lot quicker than the season.
Unimaginable!
Ah, man, there's a little quest, isn't there?
I am undone. Demon spawn have taken root in my fields.
Perhaps you should know.
This land is all my fault. I cannot.
Damn, dude. Yeah.
My land is saved. Bless you.
Tristram's families will not starve thanks to the work we have done today.
Still slots. Ooh, valor. Cool. Effective scheme. Oh, that's cool. Smite shatter. Cool. So it increases the attack speed of my allies. Active empowered more. Greatly increases the attack speed of you and your allies for short duration. Okay, passive. Recite the law, increasing the attack speed of your allies. So it increases attack speed regardless. It just does it even more when it's active. Interesting. Can't seem to go through that at the moment. Looking more things around here then.
Chaff before the wind.
These creatures won't go down easily.
No, this seems to have gone down quite easy, quite easy.
Thank you for helping me fight the darkness. To contend with evil is the essence of what it means to be a Templar.
You are welcome, friend.
So that wasn't actually anything I was looking for. Oh, that's the where I started. 14 more than 2, man. Oh, what's that? Nice. I've won that one. If you ever hit someone, then surely.
My faith is rewarded.
Level 15. What's that? Flames. Okay. Shield bash. 1-on-1. Smart. Justice. Okay. No, I don't need that. Because I'm actually throwing hammers. Find any other points. That's what I tried earlier. Oh, I suppose let's just go back to give that thing back to Kane. So I don't like this ability. Just doesn't seem to do enough damage. And we go to Smite, Shatter.
Here is a piece of the sword. It was held by a witch and her coven.
Uncle Deckard, you sound like those dark cultists you told me about.
Very good, Leah. You have been paying attention. Stranger, does any of this jar your memory?
I have no memory of this coven, but I sense a far darker shadow guiding its hand.
Oh.
Magda's coven is a remnant of an ancient religion called the Triune that worshipped the prime evils as gods.
Their gods are dead, yet they fight on.
The last two evils, Asmodan and Belial, remain. And if either of them are behind this coven, then our troubles are only beginning.
I sense power in this twisted metal.
Indeed, it feels familiar to me, though the rest is still unclear.
This is the weapon of a man with strong convictions.
Is that what I was? Then what am I without my convictions?
Whatever you have forgotten is not lost. It will be restored. Their leader, Magda, said the next piece fell where only ancients may tread.
That makes me think of the drowned temple near the festering woods. I remember you telling me about it, Uncle.
Exactly, Leah. The temple was home to the Nephilim. Leah, your knowledge could be invaluable. You must go and help our friend retrieve the sword piece.
The Nephilim were ancient humans with fantastic powers. Legend holds that they waged a terrible battle near the temple, and that their ghosts still war with one another.
Ancient powers, yeah. Pick the main characters. Oh, shot. Can't salvage items for vendors. Okay, go on. We're going to sell it.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
No. Oh yeah, this is the bit I couldn't do earlier.
You and I aren't so different. I have great...
I'm not quite sure what all the fuss is about. You farmers turn up dead and everyone goes running for the hills. I've lived off these lands for 20 years and I have not seen any bloodthirsty monsters running about. No reason I should leave a perfectly good harvest.
Yeah, apart from now you're dead. Shouldn't leave good harvest.
You there, please help. They're going to kill my friend. Thieves are going to kill my friend if we don't do something. Help me break these bonds and see for yourself.
What do they want with your friend?
She's just a farmer's daughter, Sasha, but she has a relic that the thieves are after.
Where is the relic?
My sweet love will save me.
Release the girl. The relic belongs to her.
You actually believe what this scoundrel tells you? Fine, you fools. We'll kill the both of you.
This is just like target practice.
There we go.
This isn't over. The rest of the Thieves Guild will find you.
Here's the relic, my love. I hid it like you asked. Father's grown suspicious of us, but that won't matter once we're married. It won't be long, right?
Of course, my dear.
You wish to join my crusade? It is a hard path.
Yes, absolutely. The way is hard and all that. Shall we go? Wait. The relic is a fake! Gods, I should have known! You seem like you could use a helping hand, and I sure as hell don't want to stay around here.
Please tell me that you're not considering this criminal's proposal.
What of your betrothed?
Betrothed? Do I look like the marrying kind to you? By the way, my name is Lyndon.
But the tomes say of Alaric and this temple is not encouraging. Must be Alaric the Guardian. Uncle Deckard told me of your eternal watch over this cursed place. I thought it was a myth.
Are you Nephilim?
No. There have been no Nephilim for a millennium.
Yet another myth. You seek entrance to this temple, but only a Nephilim can enter. If you retrieve the keys from the outlying tombs and use them on the gates, we will see who and what you truly are. Follow me. I will raise the bridge that you may pass. Seek 2 tombs in the woods beyond. The warrior's rest and the crypt of the ancients. Within them reside the keys to our sacred temple.
Yeah.
A pall of ancient doom hangs upon these woods.
These Alaric's people?
Ghouls are stronger than most risen dead, but they gain their fortitude through horrific means, feasting upon human corpses. These creatures are least dangerous while eating, but do not disturb them, or it shall be your limbs between their teeth.
Uncle Deckard called these flying creatures death with wings.
The mighty adversary is before us.
Okay. A mighty adversary. Where? Smite is a really good ability. Really like it.
Alaric says that our people can survive the coming battle, but I saw the truth in his eyes. Why did he order me to guard the beacon of honor? Those shambling things are slaughtering my people in the forest above, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Right.
A worthy opponent.
Well,
Cormac, are there women in your order?
Well, no.
Shouldn't the Templar welcome anyone who wishes to fight evil?
That is a fascinating idea. I will mention it to the leaders.
I don't think anyone would want to join the Templar's order.
Places like this with Uncle Deckard. This brings back
Best of ideas.
I too enjoy hunting evil creatures through strange new lands.
I was talking about happy memories.
As was I.
I'll stop these things.
There used to be a quest sort of point somewhere.
This is amazing. It reminds me of being a child and searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Death.
I require more ROS.
In the eastern kingdom of Pakistan, I heard rumors of Zakarum warriors called Crusaders. While the natives were more reticent, I was able to deduce that this order was founded 200 years ago, just as Rakis took his army of paladins west. But these Crusaders went east on a very different mission.
Crazy.
So sure we could beat whatever traps the ancients had laid for tomb robbers. But the dead bodies of my friends testify to the folly of our arrogance. I will be dead soon as well. Our greed was our downfall.
This is pretty cool. Mines. Oh, back to the beginning.
This is a monument to a great.
We are cut off. They'll be upon us at any moment. Stand firm, brothers, and they will sing of our valor through the ages. The enemy is here for glory. Skewer the Nephilim curse!
Feeling. We are not the first to have fought this skirmish.
I studied these battles in Kane's books, but seeing them is much worse.
I think that's all I've already done.
Make your peace, quickly.
I think I've already done this one, there's nothing in here. Oh, I've got both of them already, so I've been stupid. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, it's stuff from that. Oh, another experience. Just trying this funny, running around being followed by the battle grid. Right, this is the first one. The
temple is open. Enter and defeat the guardians within, although they are my brothers.
None may enter the inner sanctum. My wrath is low.
Rise, my brothers! Rise and do battle! Your strength rivals that of our greatest champions. What now do you think you are? You may enter our most sacred place.
The spirit speaks the truth.
The noble hero fought her way here just to die.
I admire your persistence.
And who is this you bring with you? Adria's daughter? She has power within her. No matter. Your mother will soon share your place, little one. The shard is mine. Fill this temple with their blood.
Did she mean my mother will share my fate? Could my mother be alive after all these years?
Time will tell.
And what is the power within you that she spoke of?
This fight was too easy. She's toying with us. We must get back to Uncle Deckard right away.
Your stone has been changed. Our children are born weak and suffer short lives. The demon Nereza promised to restore their power, but instead turned them into misshapen creatures and sent them to war against us. We may die, but not before she is sent back to the burning hells.
How should I trade?
I used to love traveling, seeing the world.
I've traveled my whole life and watched the world change.
Yes, it's not like it was.
Oh. Oh, complex.
Where are you from?
Kingsport, the city by the sea, home to the great merchant fleets and endless nets of reeking fish.
It sounds delightful. And what was your trade there?
I was, a bit of a private dealer.
So no honest work, then?
Nonsense. I am the most honest thief you will ever meet. Wanted, one relic, scarlet, roughly the size of a man's fist.
You spend quite a lot of time chasing women.
We only have so many days in this world, and I choose to spend mine in worthy pursuits.
I'm not sure you think very much of the women you pursue.
I've only found one worth keeping, but she slipped away from me.
What did you do wrong?
I'd rather talk about the ones I caught and didn't want.
You spoke of Chaldeum. You lived there with your father?
Yeah.
He was a diplomat. Had a manor with servants, terraces, all of that. Everything changed when the trouble started. Somehow, rumors spread that my grandfather was responsible for the king's madness. My father's work fell apart. No one would speak to him. He kept believing it would blow over, though.
That is not the way of the world.
No. I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind.
The stories between the comparison with the monk and the crusader, a lot of it generally falls down the same path, but there are subtle differences.
Uncle Deckard and I traveled all over the world in my youth, looking for lost lore and artifacts. It was so exciting, crawling around ancient temples, digging through forgotten crypts. I feel fortunate that Uncle Deckard raised me the way he did, the things I learned from him. But now I don't know. I see what his obsession with his quest has cost him, has cost us.
The World Stone was an ancient artifact of immense power. It was used not only to create our world, but also to control mankind. The original humans were known
I had originally planned to do 2 different streams to like streams for my birth.
Feared they would tip the balance.
I've enjoyed myself
between the high heavens and the burning hells. So the World Stone was tuned to lessen our powers, turning mankind into what we are today. But now that it has been destroyed, it is conceivable that the powers of the Nephilim will reappear. Tyrael was forced to destroy the World Stone when Baal, the Lord of Destruction, corrupted it in his attempt to control all of mankind.
That, I think, was Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction.
Mountain that housed it, leaving only a smoking crater in its place. And nothing has been
Which is
heard from
available
Tyrael since.
It's not that many, it was within the beginning.
You raised
You can probably play it as an anniversary event, but I'm going to probably do that on the stream soon.
Not as dangerous as you might think. There was a calm about the world then. Most people paid no mind to an old man and young girl, weaponless and penniless, crossing their lands.
Here, the second piece of the sword. Magda now seeks the third.
I remember a glow streaking towards a fishing village.
The only fishing village near here is Wortham.
You're right, Leah. It must be Wortham. There is a ferry on the edge of Tristram that will take you there.
Oh, another chat.
Tell me of this coven.
I have no memory of them, except a feeling, a darkness that is known to me.
Known to you?
The coven may be part of a greater evil. Perhaps I intended to fight it.
You'll need your sword.
Yep.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
I was thinking, don't hurt yourself.
Classic, I was thinking, don't hurt yourself.
Wortham, please.
I will take you, but beware. Smoke rises from the village. They're destroying the town. Get out while you can. Death to those who fire.
This ability is just OP. Close to it.
Please! My family's hiding in the chapel with the rest of the townsfolk. We must get to them.
Don't run off! You'll get yourself killed!
Fools! You cannot keep the sword from me!
This is bad.
My servants will burn this town to ashes!
be telling stories about that for a while.
I seek the hilt of a sword. It fell from the sky. Have you seen it?
We found it days ago. I wish we'd never brought it here. Come, I left Virgil to guard it. We will be glad to be rid of it.
I'm going back to Tristram to check on Uncle Deckard.
Right. Mobility. Punish. That's what I want for a bit. Lord of Justice. Okay. What's Lord of Justice? Reduces damage. Yeah. That's what we need right now.
It's gone.
While you were on your hero's errand here, I captured all 3 sword pieces and your friends.
I should have known. I must get back to Kane's house.
This was cool.
It's your choice, Kane. Either use your Heraldric arts to repair the sword, or your dear Leah dies a horrible death.
Oh, this pain, this destruction. What is the soul?
Your rage is overwhelming, girl. You win this round, but if the sword cannot be mine, I'll claim the one it's bound to. In the end, the blade shall be mine.
Uncle, you can't die.
Nothing can stop that now. But there is one last thing I must do. The sword must be made whole. Just as I suspected, the sword is of the high heavens. The stranger is an angel. Heed the journal. The truth lies within.
Uncle Deckard!
If only I could control this power, I could have saved him.
I'm sorry, Leah. It is hard to see someone so close fall. I will go after Magda.
Magda and her master Belial. The journal speaks of an angel falling from the heavens as the shadow rises from the abyss. The stranger is the key to all of this.
We must bring him the sword, so that he can fight at our side.
When my power erupted, I saw into Magda's mind for an instant. She's fled to the highlands. You can reach them through the caves above Wortham. You have to know, she'll be waiting for you.
We won't have to wait long.
This damned power I have. Uncle Deckard said it came from my mother. He tried to teach me how to control it using his Heraldric training, but it never really helped. He never gave up on me, though. He was a great man.
My dearest Heydrich, do not feel despair, my love. You did everything you could. Our time together meant more than words can say. But in the end, fate is a cruel mistress. Your strength is needed to end the horrors that beset this world. My final wish is that you find your path. Love always. Mira.
How did you learn to fight?
My brother taught me when we were younger.
He thought the crossbow was the best weapon for me since it would give me time to run away if I botched things too badly.
So he was confident in your abilities then?
He worried about me, that's all. I suppose you don't know about the bonds of family.
And where is this brother who is bonded to you so?
Oh, he's still in Kingsport. I expect he'll be there a good long time.
That means locked up.
This is a matter of honor now. We must not hesitate.
I enjoyed that.
Spiderlings alone may seem unthreatening, but their presence should be a warning for travelers. For wherever there are spiderlings, there will be matriarchs, and the fully grown arachnids are extremely protective of their young. The spiderlings themselves possess strong appetites, allowing them to do considerable harm to a cornered adventurer.
My queen sings to me. Her music echoes from beyond.
The ubiquitous spider is one of the oldest and most adaptable creatures in the world. It also seems to have acquired an unfortunate susceptibility to magic. When exposed, the arachnids will increase dramatically in size and even cast spells. Due to this hazard, I recommend staying out of dark places whenever possible.
The air hangs heavy with the scent of terror. This does not bode well.
This spider has a meaning. Find out what it caught.
Goblins.
Marches on.
Don't disturb the eggs.
I used to be one of them. Ordinary, untouched, until her voice came to me. Then I knew how I must serve. I must kill the one who threatens my mistress and the dark power that created her. I have been chosen.
It is of the utmost importance that we secure my manor from the traitorous rabble in Tristram. The caves to the east are too close to my land. They must be blocked, completely obstructed. I believe the Archbishop Lazarus has magically bound some arachnids of late. They may serve us well.
We've already been down there with other things. I'll just keep going this way.
Not enough rat.
That was invigorating.
Okay, first have a look. Nothing. In fact, I think it's going to be just a blue. Oh no, you should go somewhere. I'm not really expecting this to keep going. I had a feeling this was this one.
I had a nightmare like this once.
It just felt like it was the wrong way. I just carried on because it just, I was curious to see where it went. I had a feeling this was the right direction. That's why I was surprised either way, we just carried on going. Right. So it's gone off in different directions again. Yeah, it's down there. Oh.
By all that is holy, can you see that enemy over there?
Back here. It can't be that way. What do you did that way? It's a dead end. Yeah, completely. Oh no. It could have been. This is the entrance. What is it? Possibly going up again. It looks like the entrance, but it's not. There we go. See? Oh, it's the entrance. Shit, that actually was the entrance. So that other place I thought was the exit. Oh god. Confusing these places quite easily. This is run there, easy enough. Yes, I suppose. Good. If it is that way, think that's the beginning of the Right, I'm going to go that way again. I didn't think that was the way out though. I swear it was a dead end.
How should I trade? Prepare for a long fight!
Yeah.
An incredible feat!
Couldn't have got that more wrong in for try. Oh. It just doesn't seem like the right direction.
Me. Come close and feel her loving embrace.
Rest easy, madman. You served your mistress.
Spider boss time.
Please help me. It's horrible. She sucks the innards from her victims. Oh, no. No. It's too late. I hear her. The Spider Queen is coming.
Spider Queen?
These wings. Please hurry. I can't hang here like this a moment longer. I'll go mad. Thank you. Thank you. Can we please leave this horrible place?
Rumor holds that Archbishop Lazarus loosed a silent terror in the caves near Leoric's manor before he died. He labored for weeks over a group of unusually...
It was terrible being stuck in there like that. Thank the gods you came along. What are you doing out here?
I seek a man taken by the Coven.
The Coven? I saw them dragging someone into Leoric's manor house. Perhaps it was the man you seek. You might have a small bit of trouble reaching there, though. I'm not proud of this, but I stole the staff of a powerful Kazu shaman. The Khazra went mad and chased me to the caves. You can find the staff in my cart in the highlands. If you take it to the Khazra barricade, perhaps they will let you pass.
Got a fair few upgrades from in there.
These lands once belonged to the crown.
Oh. 18.
The wither moth is a curious phenomenon. It is tremendously large for an insect, and somehow its size allows it to expel a charging force when attacked. For this reason, few have survived to study it in great detail, including many notable academics. In fact, please do not inquire further upon this subject.
Crusade marches on.
Long ago, 5 clans of the Umbaru tribe left the Teganza and ventured north. After their transformation into Khazra, only a few elders were still able to use magic, and they passed it down to their cleverest children. These are the Khazra Shaman, and they rank among the most dangerous of their race.
Just in my chest, right? Find all different. Skeleton. That's another cool. This is something me like a food specific.
Prepare for a long fight!
I'm overburdened.
Oh. Your signals. No, that is actually something that people. That's actually an item that a lot of people actually want to get hold of. Plus 30 experience at 370. So this is something you can keep. It's scaled down, you get less XP, but it's 3% XP gain at 70. 30 now. That's actually a really good item to find, guys. I'm actually glad to find that so early.
Anymore. I am returning to town.
Yeah, go back to town and then back again. Absolutely. I'll give you many items.
I will use this. Just the thing. Thank you. A worthy choice.
One-handed weapon. And that's...
This will help.
It's a nice upgrade for it. Just get rid of everything else now. There's two items with a moustache.
fine choice. I can't use that.
That's Crusader only. Hey. Provoke. Recharge. Pardon. Sounds good. Sweeping attack. Triple attack. Sounds good.
Studies indicate that a high-level cleric of the Zakarum named Akan began to sense the corruption that was eating away at the heart of his faith. He knew this corruption would eventually destroy his beloved church, and that he must take action. After much prayer, Akan hit upon the idea of an order of crusaders.
I require more.
The most devout, driven, and martial Zakarum adherents. He taught them to channel the power of light in the same way that the newly founded paladins were being trained. But these recruits, these crusaders, were given insight into the primal powers of Zakarum in a way no paladin ever gets. Though New Tristram and the fields surrounding it have been resettled over the years, the highlands remain empty save for the crumbling ruins of Leoric's old outposts. The king built more than one watchtower in his paranoia, but now they cannot even ward away goatmen and wild beasts. A tragedy, really.
The checkpoint.
Cultists and goatmen. Both are senseless as beasts.
I need to go back.
Cool. Right. Right. Okay, so that's coming to the end of the stream. Thank you for joining me. For those who have put it on. Hope you enjoy it. We will soon. So good night. Have a good one.